Hey, all. Are you looking for ways to strengthen and leverage your leadership in the workplace? Are you tired of games played at work that only seem to work or finish lines move to work for some and not all? Have you suffered damage to your career at the hands of so-called leaders in your organization? If any of these questions resonate with you, I want you to come with me on a journey to explore my motivation mindset menu. What is that exactly? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me start by telling you a story. Go ahead, close your eyes. Not if you're driving, of course, but close your eyes and clear your thoughts if you can. Imagine you're at work, sitting at your desk. I know it may be your day off when you listen to this, but just go ahead with me on this for just a second. You're eating a turkey sandwich. Put whatever you want to on it, at least in your mind's eye, of course. I prefer mine thinly sliced with melt in your mouth turkey from the deli, not prepackaged from that other section. I also love avocado, mayo, mustard, cheese, spinach, and a pinch of pepper. I digress. You're sitting at your desk and you receive a phone call and are summoned into the office of an upper level executive in your company. Without warning, you are removed from your position and transferred to a lesser assignment. No warning signs, no way of seeing this coming, nothing in writing. Just a verbal announcement which leads to a fabricated internal investigation, an investigation of you. A fabricated investigation that was obviously not all thought out, as they still had to piecemeal it all together at the time that they announced it. Hence, there was nothing in writing when you were called into the office. They even would then add additional anonymous letters dated after the announcement to enhance the first crafted set of lies. All of it storytelling by people they gathered together with old, already addressed complaints. Only setting out to carry out a grudge from over 17 years prior. Your work has been above and beyond that which was required of you for decades. Yet, and still, everything about your character has been attacked. You're considered a bully, creating a hostile work environment, assaulting staff members, and no more than a thug from Compton, where you grew up, mistreating your staff and even being cruel to people with disabilities, none of which comes close to your true actions and personality. Wow. Now do me a favor, go ahead and open your eyes. It was all make-believe, right? For you anyway, but not for me. So while you finish your turkey sandwich, at least mentally, let me explain. That all happened in October of 2021, and it happened to me. 3 years, 5 months, and 5 days today. Not that I'm tracking it, right? I even know the minutes and the hours, but anyway, that's beside the point. And now, 21 years later, after a sergeant who would become the 33rd sheriff of Los Angeles County made a racist remark, one that I personally heard while I was a young deputy, not a rumor, these ears. He was able to gift promotions to get people to lie to ruin my career in an act of revenge. All for something he deserved in the way of discipline and an immediate transfer from his position, rightfully so because of his own actions. As he had continued to lie and come after me, with me having documented proof of his lies at the time. In essence, he wanted to have me experience what he thought was him being wronged, and he now had the perfect platform on which to do it. The difference being that he made a racist remark and did something very foul to children versus me making a positive difference in a position of influence. All that said, it's still not even over, not even to this day. It's still going. But allow me to introduce myself. I'm sorry. My name is Cedra Sherrod by birth, Cedra Sherrod Strong by marriage. Lieutenant Cedar Sherrod Strong, by the way, of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the largest sheriff's department in the nation and probably in the world. I was the unit commander in charge of the Food Services Unit, a unit with over 200 staff members, 65 locations countywide, and responsible for a $30 million budget at the time this all happened. A budget, by the way, that the 33rd Sheriff played games with by having his staff hide $15 million from the CEO in an attempt to gain more money for the department. And all this happened after I reported three major concerns: the lack of support and constant disruption to my operation by my supervisor, an incompetent head manager who worked for me, and the moldy bread served to 3,000 incarcerated people, which was none short of disgusting. True story. Oh, and the racist remark made by the 33rd Sheriff, I forgot to share that with you, was, "She's black. How can anyone think she's smarter than me?" I don't know, nor do I care who he was talking about or to while on the phone, and I'm standing mere feet from where he was. But it was racist and wrong, period. It would be the basis for continued anger and the dismantling of the department during his term. It was part of his revenge against me and many others that he hated. And he had received discipline early on because of me, being immediately transferred from his position following continued attempts to attack me and canceling a trip for children. That's all in the books. But God and his grace, I would not be deterred, as I had done nothing wrong, and then there were lies that were in place. We had massive successes while I was in charge of the unit, the historical wins including opening a cafe from start to finish. And I had no food industry experience before putting myself through certified training for the same. Applying for and obtaining a new job position to promote people stuck at the entry level. Changing the food served to incarcerated people through a pilot program that I created. Giving first time ever training to supervisors within the unit, and so much more. I didn't stop moving, and now I'm on a mission to improve law enforcement from the inside out. I've built a firm foundation of forward movement through resilience, and more importantly, I never gave in, nor did I give up. In fact, resilience is what's on what I call my motivation mindset menu. It's rooted in menu item number 4, actually, but let's start from the top, shall we? Instead of letting the derailment of my career totally take me under, I got to work immediately. I even got my master's degree with a 4.0 from the University of San Diego. Go Toreros. Now let me show you to your table. Come on in. Have a seat. Here's a menu. Let's have a look, shall we? What will we have today? Menu item number 1 is the WUJC Inc. clothing brand. I'm actually wearing the Christ One jersey. This faith-based clothing line with sportswear honoring Jesus Christ is my own design and brand. It's like the armor in the book of Ephesians for me. Each part of this jersey has meaning from the collar all the way down to the hem. Jesus' name on the back as our favorite athlete and all-time MVP. And each jersey has a Bible verse randomly selected on the authenticity label as a surprise when you receive your shipment. And I'm excited about even more coming with this new clothing line. This is only the beginning. You never know which verse you'll get. The specialty first design bears Genesis 1:1 in the beginning. On the e-commerce campus of the World University of Jesus Christ, which is what WUJC stands for, we know that Christ shouldered the cross for our sins, so we're shouldering his messages to the world. With all that is happening in the world today, and with people sporting their favorite team and players on the backs of their jerseys, imagine how impactful it would be to show that we are all on the same life team, in unity, by highlighting our favorite player, Christ, and by being fans of the first ever winning team. Christ, as we know, is the ultimate GOAT, being the greatest of all times, that is, after all. You can get your jersey today by visiting my website, which is my name, basically, ccstrong.com. Let's go to menu item number 2, book writing. I became an author, writing first Betrayal in the Badge and then the 7 C's, that's SEAS, of survival and sustainability. The Betrayal in the Badge is the first of a 4-part series of books telling the story of how there was an attempt to ruin not only my career, but me. As when the first internal affairs investigation wasn't enough, they added a second one. My documentation immediately shattered that case, but they were too far gone in additional lies and attacks to correct anything at that point. I would have exposed many who received gifted promotions from said 33rd sheriff, the one that made those statements, him. I took it all the way up to the top with the current regime, and not one executive was willing to do the right thing. Not one. The book series will give an account of it all, so you can read about it. The second book, 7 C's of Survival and Sustainability, is an intro ebook to the 7 C's training program. This training will not only help others be prepared when or if disaster strikes, like in my case, but it will greatly increase your marketable stance in the workplace, even if not faced with the challenge like I did. You'll learn how to navigate communication, clarification, checklist, challenges, covering your assets, creation, and catastrophe. Both books are available at, you guessed it, www.ccstrong.com, and you can get the ebook for free. Menu item number 3, the 3-tiered training program. Tier 1 is the Loading Law Enforcement Leadership Lockers program. From the application process to 2 years in uniform, you'll learn what you need to load your mental and actual lockers. Learning all of this from a former drill instructor who was featured on 2 national television shows, Fox Reality, The Academy Show, and recently on iCrime by SP Productions and Trifecta, both shows for 2 seasons. Having trained thousands on the Academy campus for 5 years, this information is priceless for those looking to succeed. Tier 2 on menu item 3 is the Leveraging Law Enforcement Leadership Program. From 3 to 9 years as a law enforcement officer, you will learn steps for preparation and transition into various desired assignments, and to be ready not just for promotion, but to be a great leader who can mentor others when receiving those promotions, not like those that I spoke about earlier. By building on the skills learned during loading law enforcement leadership lockers in the 7 C's, you'll set yourself apart in interviews and for selection into specialized assignments. Tier 3 on this menu is the Bravery Beyond the Badge program. From 10 years on until retirement, you will learn to empower those following you to do the job with integrity, courage, and honor, avoiding the pitfalls of groupthink and harmful actions that risk the lives of community members, the lives of your partners, and your own. Supporting and mentoring those coming after you in tenure the right way. It's the only way to right the badly tilted law enforcement ship. Career survival means thinking ahead of what's to come and being prepared. It's not found in increasingly negative headlines that paint all law enforcement officers in a bad light, where we don't all belong. And it definitely is not found in selective ways of doing the job, depending on who is being served at the time within the community. I'm sure you know what I mean. Let's move on to menu item number 4. This is full permission to get mad. I mean, mad resilient. This training offers steps to becoming mentally, actively, demonstratively, and you get to become a documentation guru, by the way. Being, in all those ways, resilient. To ward off the ills of job stressors, gameplay, and attacks on the job. And you won't find a training like it anywhere. It empowers you to get mad, but in a good way. And it works in any profession, not just law enforcement. Moving along to menu item number 5. This is the CC connection. You can work directly with me to walk you through any stage of your career or any challenge you face with the tools not just found on your desk or on your gun belt, the tools of your mental mindset. Real leadership enhancement to do the job well, enforcing the laws fairly and without all the added excessive force. Additional negative headlines fueled by fear, incompetence, underlying biases. The CC connection allows you to have a drafted plan mapped out to your own individual specifications and needs, tailored by merging your desired outcome with leadership skills to get you where you want to be the right way. Menu item number 6 is the EQ to Empower Executives program. This program will give executive leaders the tools to encourage, support, empower, and hold accountable their staff members, bridging the internal gap between line staff and executives. An internal problem that is just as damaging as the gap between communities and law enforcement, all while creating a harmonious workplace where all are treated fairly and given the opportunity to thrive and assist with taking the organization to even higher heights. I've mentioned thousands already and have now navigated 3 decades in uniform, mentoring so many against massive odds, and I was prepared for them all at every turn. If you're ready to take your leadership to even greater heights while surviving whatever life or the job throws your way, then do me a favor. Take out your phone or get on your laptop or your computer and go to ccstrong.com right now and lock it in as a resource in your favorites. Share it with others and those interested in the profession or in any profession where leadership is needed. You'll find all my links to social media there as well. You'll find the storytelling along with it. Be sure to connect with me to get all the details and learn how I navigated choppy work waters and how you too can do the same. Through each of these menu items, you're bound to find something that pleases the palate of what you're seeking in leadership. Blessings to you and yours from me and mine, and I look forward to working with you all. Thank you.